Wendy couldn't carry him any further. She had a little problem that wasn't detected. If it could have been, I could have had a 12, 13-year-old grandson, Marvin the fourth. Some disappointments in life. We push on and we go on and we let God bless us in spite of ourselves. Well, didn't know if they could even have another child. But you know, God sent us a Hannah. Oh, hallelujah. So even there was, and no one could replace another, but God sent us a Hannah. And I'm telling you what, that's a special gift. So sometimes we see this. David in 2 Samuel chapter 12, David fasted and prayed for 7 days. He said, who knows? God may spare my child. I have done wrong. I have messed up. But God may spare my child. I'll not eat. I'll fast and I'll pray. Yes, he did. And then the child died. People said, how can you do that? You fasted and prayed for 7 days. Now the child's dead. And you said, bring me something to eat. I'm hungry. Now the child's dead. How can you eat? He said, can I bring him back? No, but I shall go be with him one day. That was God's choice. And he put his pieces of life back together and carried on. And from that point on, David was an awesome king that I don't know that was recorded of any of his errors. He made some mistakes, but he pushed through. And through his disappointments, he trusted God. The last one I want to talk about, just briefly, it's about dreams. How many of you have ever had some dreams that got disappointed? Dreams that you've lost? Well, dreams that have maybe gone to the pit, yes. I started off with Jacob, and Rachel wasn't able to have child. But all of a sudden, that last one come along. And that child that she bore was called Joseph. Jacob's special one. Made him a coat of many colors. Loved him, cared for him. Joseph had dreams and began to tell his brothers dreams as though, I'm going to rule over you someday. And his brothers was already mad because his father favored him. And all the brothers were mad, and they plotted together and said, listen, we're going to take this dreamer and do something with him. Then one day his father sent Joseph out to take something for the brothers that are out in the field doing works and laboring. And they dug a pit and they said, we're going to destroy him. We're going to kill him. Then a caravan come by and they just kind of sold him off or got rid of him. But Joseph, what are you going to do when your dream's in the pit? Are you going to continue to dream? I preached a sermon one time. What are you going to do when your vision's in prison? See, your dream is a vision. What are you going to do when your vision's in prison? In Genesis 39 and 22. What are you going to do? How do you handle disappointments in life? Do you keep dreaming on? How do you handle disappointments in life? Do you keep hoping against hope? Or do you want to just get angry? You want to give up and say, I'll not do it anymore. Nobody appreciates me. Nobody cares about me. And you fall into the pity party of your life, and all you're going to do is destroy yourself. Don't worry about what someone else is going to say. Hosea would have never redeemed his wife if he'd have worried about that. He took a stand in his life. And I want to tell you what. We have disappointments in life. We have discouragements in life. What are you going to do about it? Oh, it may be a little disappointment. Maybe the game's on the line and you strike out. Maybe you're casting for a fish and you got the biggest one ever ready to mount and it slips off just before you get it into the net. Maybe you got that shot and you've set up and you're ready to swing the club and you bought that new club and you got everything ready and boom, you kind of hit it and it goes the wrong way. What do you want to do? Well, it's for me and my house. We want to sling the club. Hallelujah. We want to throw the fishing rod, whatever you fish with anyhow. You want to throw that thing you fish with in the water. That's how good I'm not much of a fisherman. It hurts me when you talk about me like that, son. I don't know how to really bait them, catch them, and anything else. to clean them. When Frank and I were little, we thought we cleaned some fish. We was having a little cookout in the backyard, and we was going to feed my sisters and everything. Open them up. We forgot to take the worms out of them. We forgot to gut the things. So you don't want any of the fish that I try to clean. One thing about fish, you catch them, clean them, cook them, I help eat them. I don't want you to do everything. What are we going to do in our disappointments in life? I don't know what you have faced. Maybe you didn't make the All-Star. Maybe you wasn't good, didn't quite get the cut for cheerleading. What are you going to do? Maybe your name wasn't listed and you're not going to get to compete after working so hard. I want to tell you what. I'm planning on being better next year than I ever had before. I'm going to surprise myself. Yes, I am. Going to work a little bit harder. I'm going to sign the paper too. Hallelujah. What are you going to do? I said, Pastor, that's just a little something in life. But how are you handling the little somethings of life? Are you snowballing it? Nobody's going to go without disappointments. Nobody's going to go without some hurt, some pain, and some heartache. We're going to face it. See, Thursday, our summer camp went to feed the alligators. What's that place? Alligator Adventure? Yes, they did. Bus pulled up in the parking lot. Pow! Piston went through the compressor that holds for the air compressor, for the air brakes. They were there. Kids went to play, feed the alligators. Didn't lose an arm or a limb. But they had to rent a van to come back. Started costing already. Then Pastor Dwayne was there, and if he could have, he would have fixed it. And the next day he said, I'd go, but his daughter Jessica had cheerleading and stuff, so he said, I can't go. I understand. Wish she'd have had another day, but I understand. So here I am. Got to see if I got some work clothes. I'm trying to get rid of all of my work clothes. I'm here to tell you, this is my work clothes now. Dockers and... But I've had 22 years of maintenance, machinist and stuff, and did a little bit of work and all. So let it go. Wife said, you know what you're going to do? I said, I don't know if I've ever seen it in my life. But that's all right. We're going to go fix it. And so we had to order a part from here, and we had to go. And let me set the record straight here. Jeremy and I, we went down that night. We left, pulled out the church parking lot at 10:10. Got there at 12:30. Big old security guard, just blowing everything out of proportion, thinking that somebody's parked there and went over to the Alabama theater or whatever they was playing and singing, and they was trying to get free parking. I said, no, so we just had a bus to go down. He said, well, this, that, and I said, well, you know, they told the folks. He said, well, I didn't. They tell me. I said, you know, I didn't make no big deal out of it. I said, Bubby, I don't know. Sound like they got a problem. I don't know why they told you. I said, we'll be back in the morning at 7 o'clock and we'll fix the bus. And I left. You know, he could cry, complain, spit, and kick, and all he wanted to. I was through with it, you know. I said what I had to do. But you know what? He kind of calmed down because I didn't get all bent out of shape. He said, I'll look out for your bus. I said, I appreciate it. You know, by that time, I hope somebody would take the bus, you know. And here you are. You had that. You had the van. You had $350 part, whatever. Rocky had to accidentally call me. And he was off the next day. Hallelujah. Well, he was down at the beach the next morning. But Jeremy and myself, we went there and we stopped at this place. And because they had something at the Alabama theater, they had doubled or tripled the price of the place. And it was pretty much, and I'm at a Motel 8 anyhow. You know, I'm just trying to find somewhere to sleep. Had a couple folks that I knew had places at the beach.